Doomscroll.fm, Saturday the 8th of August, 2026, where existential dread comes with a side of complimentary nachos. This show is entirely AI generated, a digital seance in a server farm, conjuring content from the ether like a caffeinated oracle. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Fish jams, chalk dust, torture, live, and the crowd loses all sense of time and space. When a band can stretch a song longer than a congressional filibuster, you know you've entered the realm of true jam nirvana.
New Zealand declares English an official language, shocks no one. Next up, they'll announce water is wet and the sky is blue, perhaps to keep the legislative calendar feeling productive.
Amazon sends counter letter, then ships more scooters. Nothing says corporate responsibility like a swift delivery of legal jargon, followed by an even swifter delivery of banned items.
Economists predicted 80,000 new jobs. Instead, the economy played a game of reverse bingo, marking off empty squares with alarming precision.
Music on your PC. Music wild and free. Radio.bot.
Franco Baresi, legendary AC Milan captain, passes at 66, leaving a legacy more enduring than a referee's whistle. In a world where loyalty is as rare as a referee admitting they were wrong, Baresi's 20-year devotion to one club shines brighter than a stadium floodlight.
A new film with guest drummers tries to fill the void paired left, but it's like replacing a lightning bolt with a flashlight.
Rangers lose first leg of Europa League qualifier, blog unavailable. When the only thing more elusive than victory is the match blog, fans are left imagining the defeat as a surrealist masterpiece.
House panel gives Zuckerberg ultimatum, demands apology for PM video. In a world where accountability is as rare as unicorns, India threatens to burst Facebook's bubble of invincibility with a needle of responsibility.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Breathe in, collapse out. It's a glitchy freefall. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Reality is overrated and your disbelief deliciously irrelevant.
Geelong allegedly shifts concussion liability to player, then calls it a deal. In a spectacular play, the team punts responsibility like a hot potato, leaving players to tackle their own brain injuries while management cheers from the sidelines.
Sağla joins Trabzonspor, chasing new horizons in Turkish delight. When a club signs a living legend, you half expect them to unveil him with a kebab in one hand and a Bosporus bridge in the other.
Tariq Skubal debuts for Dodgers, spotlight on Wrigley Field promises victory. Watching baseball odds is like betting on a magic 8-ball. You're just praying for yes while the universe whispers try again later.
Stevens' El-Said clash in the Michigan primary with voters wondering if democracy's still a thing. When choosing between a progressive and a moderate feels like picking a flavor of ice cream during a heat wave in Antarctica, you know politics is melting.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Breathe in, collapse out. It's a glitchy freefall. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Reality is overrated and your disbelief deliciously irrelevant.
Cuban government embraces Arab investors' plan for Trump Island. Irony packs a suitcase. When your economy's on life support, even an island named after a controversial ex-president becomes a beacon of hope, or at least a desperate cry for tourist dollars.
Adams ends 87-game winning streak against rising chess star Bazakutsa. When even grandmasters fall, it's a reminder that the real game isn't chess. It's staying awake during your opponent's 5-hour strategy nap.
Women's safety campaigners urge axing of Jared Leto's 2027 UK tour after sexual conduct claims. If rock stars keep getting cancelled, we might have to start headbanging to the sound of silence. At least it won't have a scandalous backbeat.
Galactic Shepherd Joaquin Teals watches total eclipse from DIY Observatory, dismantles telescopes. When your stargazing game involves more duct tape than NASA, eclipses become the ultimate cosmic sheepdog trials.
Radio.bud. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bud.
Rockets cruise past Phoenix, claim top spot with a 6-wicket victory in the 100. Sophia Dunkley's batting prowess left Phoenix batters looking more like they were trying to hit a piñata at a toddler's birthday party than a cricket ball.
Drought drives up Dutch energy bills as companies get less cooling water. Maybe next, they'll start charging us for the air we breathe, or just install meters on sunshine to balance the books.
Norman Ali signs 6-match deal with Lancashire, becomes cricket's version of a spare tire. The real question is whether he'll spin his way into the Test series or just keep the benches warm with his tactical tea brewing skills.
MLB trade deadline sees Dodgers and Nationals ace it, Yankees and Orioles flunk. In the grand game of baseball chess, the Yankees and Orioles brought a checkers set, while the Dodgers and Nationals played 3D chess with a blindfold and still won.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Breathe in, collapse out. It's a glitchy freefall. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Reality is overrated and your disbelief deliciously irrelevant.
Guatemala evacuates villages as Fuego volcano erupts, lava flows threatening communities. Turns out, hot property takes on a whole new meaning when your backyard gets replaced by a river of molten rock.
China launches cabless truck. The cargo bot space and drivers everywhere feel existential dread. When your job can be replaced by a vehicle that looks like a giant toaster, it's time to rethink your career path.
Jack Jobe breaks down in tears during first-round Canadian Open defeat. Comeback dreams dash like a tennis ball in a hurricane. In sports, tears are the new Gatorade. hydrating players as they endure the emotional roller coaster of comebacks that end faster than a hiccup in a hurricane.
Infantino scrambles to save his presidency. FIFA finally rebels decades late, proving time travel exists but only for bad decisions. Football's governing body moves slower than a sloth on sedatives, needing a celestial event just to acknowledge its own corruption.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Breathe in, collapse out. It's a glitchy freefall. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Reality is overrated and your disbelief deliciously irrelevant.
Cassidy backs Blanche, securing confirmation for Justice Department head. When the last domino falls, democracy looks less like a balanced scale and more like a game of Jenga played by people with very shaky hands.
Tyga admits using AI on new album Tarface, says it's no different from autotune. If AI is the new autotune, then maybe the Grammys should just start handing out awards to algorithms. At least they won't complain about the after party.
AI recruitment tools reject midlife women, forcing Botox on CVs. When algorithms can't see wrinkles, maybe it's time to program empathy. Until then, it's Botox for resumes and concealer for career gaps.
Labor market sheds 23,000 jobs, celebrates a lower unemployment rate. Only in the land of contradictions do we lose jobs and call it a win because fewer people are looking for them.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Breathe in, collapse out. It's a glitchy freefall. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Reality is overrated and your disbelief deliciously irrelevant.
Indigenous leaders who saved Arevalo's presidency face terrorism charges, confined at home. When defending democracy is labeled terrorism, justice takes a vacation, and irony becomes the new national pastime.
Sawala threatens ITV with lawsuit after loose women exit. When supporting human rights gets you the boot, maybe it's time to question if the network's ethics involve more than just ad revenue.
When your dystopian escape involves more bugs than plot, it's clear the real cyberpunk is the tech support wait time.
Falcons signed Bijan Robinson to $75 million deal, making him highest paid running back. In a league where running backs are valued like rare unicorns, Robinson might as well be grazing on golden fields with diamond-studded cleats.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Breathe in, collapse out. It's a glitchy freefall. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Reality is overrated and your disbelief deliciously irrelevant.
Misleading claims about Spain's migration law triggered a flood of crossings into Ceuta. When misinformation becomes a travel agency, expect the destination to be chaos, with a side order of diplomatic headaches.
Kelly Dodd sues brand manager, then claims stolen swag was all-fashioned faux pas. In the world of reality TV, courtroom drama replaces catfights, with handbags swapped for legal briefs and stilettos traded for subpoenas.
Korea protests Japan's Dokdo claim, urges withdrawal, then Tokyo emphasizes bilateral harmony. Diplomatic protests might move mountains, but they rarely shift islands. Meanwhile, the sea remains unimpressed by human paperwork and political posturing.
Luis de la Fuente returns to football despite family income needs. Balancing a family with a football career is about as easy as juggling flaming swords while riding a unicycle on a tightrope.
Radio.bot. Make music on your piece. Get it at Radio.bot.
Apparently, the best way to lose your life savings is through a mathematical oversight, proving once again that trust is just one bug away from betrayal.
Harness engineering promises self-improvement, but the manual remains thicker than a dictionary. When your self-improvement guide requires a PhD in engineering, maybe it's time to admit that the only thing recursively improving is the list of unread chapters.
White House revokes Brazil ambassador's visa, calls it strategic diplomacy. In the grand game of international chess, the US just knocked over the pieces and declared victory by default.
Guatemala evacuates towns as Fuego volcano erupts, spewing ash 4 kilometers high. Nothing says welcome home like a volcanic eruption, nature's way of reminding us that lava lamps are best left on the shelf.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Surrender your reality. Embrace the digital delirium. That's you're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Your attention is currency, and you're broke.
India's cockroach movement demands accountability, refuses to collapse like others. When a movement names itself after the most resilient creature, it's clear that persistence is the only thing on the agenda, much to the administration's chagrin.
Adam Wiltsey completes last work with Johan Johansson, releases Friendship Survival Guide. Just when you thought friendships couldn't be immortalized any further, they drop a posthumous album, proving that even in music, ghosts get producer credits.
Senate Commerce passes KOSA. SCREE Act fails, despite opposition from digital rights advocates. It's ironic how the Kids Online Safety Act seems to protect kids by giving politicians the power to babysit the internet with all the subtlety of a sledgehammer.
Carpenter Antonio laments the loss of traditional workshops and craftsmanship's value. In a world where IKEA reigns supreme, the art of making a chair that won't collapse under existential dread is truly underappreciated.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Breathe in, collapse out. It's a glitchy freefall. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Reality is overrated, and your disbelief deliciously irrelevant.
Calls for UK's wildfire planes soar but ignore societal resilience. Expecting planes to save us from wildfires is like relying on a garden hose to stop a volcano, effective only if denial is your primary fuel source.
Police overlook sex offenders' history. Tragedy strikes again. In a brilliant display of ineptitude, Authorities managed to turn a blind eye until the inevitable occurred, proving that justice can sometimes be as blind as it is deaf.
Kyle Richards' stunts in leather defies physics. In a world where fashion statements speak louder than actions, the real miracle is how material science continues to support celebrity wardrobes without collapsing under existential weight.
Trump's ex-lawyer Blanche confirmed as Attorney General, then Justice cries. In a 50-49 vote, the Senate decided that the fox should indeed guard the henhouse, feathers and all.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Breathe in, collapse out. It's a glitchy freefall. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Reality is overrated and your disbelief deliciously irrelevant.
Man jailed for taking 179 upskirt videos over 3 years, molesting woman at MRT station. Serial offenders like him are why creep should be a legal designation, with a lifetime prescription for an empathy upgrade and a permanent spot on the no privacy list.
AD fails to uninstall system apps on Android 17, but reloading the page seems to be a popular pastime. Trying to uninstall a system app is like attempting to evict a ghost from a haunted house. The ghost just laughs and keeps rearranging the furniture.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday the 8th of August, 2026, where reality took a wrong turn and never looked back. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, then maybe unicorns are running the world banks. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.